No matter where you live in the world, there will always be some creepy places. In this video, we've included 10 of the most haunted places from all around the world that you could visit if you dare this Halloween. Number 10. Lizzie Borden House, Massachusetts. Located just 50 miles south of Boston, this house is where the murder of Andrew and Abby Borden took place in 1892. Although acquitted of the murders, Lizzie Borden was then prime suspect in the gruesome deaths of her father and stepmother. Book a room at the bed and breakfast, you'll even be served the same breakfast Andrew and Abby ate on the day they were murdered. Or if you're too scared to stay the night, sign up for one of the daily tours. Number 9. Moundsville Penitentiary, Virginia. During its more than 100 years in operation, the Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia was one of America's most violent correctional facilities and the final stop for almost 1,000 criminals. The prisoners lived in cramped quarters, which led to riots. Many men were hanged or killed in the electric chair, while others were murdered by other prisoners. The prison closed in 1995, but according to some, the tortured spirits are still behind bars and in the bowels of the prison, and may be seen or heard on a tour. Number 8. The Ancient Ram Inn, Gloucestershire. Noted as being the most haunted house in the UK, the inn is thought to have been built on a pagan burial ground. The current owner believes the inn is shared with a variety of demons, witches, and several other ghostly presences. Once a hideout for criminals in the 19th century, the inn has appeared on multiple television shows such as Most Haunted, and the sound of murdered children is said to be heard throughout the inn, which has calmed slightly since the introduction of toys. Number 7. RMS Queen Mary, Long Beach, California. RMS Queen Mary is a retired ocean liner that sailed primarily on the North Atlantic Ocean from 1936 to 1967. This massive ship has been docked in Long Beach, California since 1967. During World War II, the Queen Mary operated under the alias of Grey Ghost and was responsible for transporting thousands of troops across the seas. Book a night in one of the cabins, make a reservation for dinner, or take a guided ghost tour and see for yourself where the spirits have been hiding. Number 6. Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Virginia. Once known as the Western State Hospital, this asylum was home to thousands of people with mental illness, starting in 1864. Hundreds of people died here before the facility closed in 1994. The spirits that are said to haunt the site today date back to the Civil War era, when the asylum's grounds served as a military post. Paranormal tours of the facility feature 2-hour visits to the asylum's 4 main hotspots. The more intense ghost hunt is an 8-hour overnight paranormal adventure with experienced ghost hunting guides. Number 5. Pendle Hill, Lancashire. Located in the United Kingdom, a 17th century witch's cottage complete with cat skeleton was unearthed here in 2011. Haunting began in the 17th century. Pendle Hill was home to the 12 Pendle witches who were all found guilty and hanged for witchcraft. Another creepy fact about the place that probably puts it on the list is members of a TV crew claimed to have been hurt and strangled by unseen hands while filming here. Number 4. Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana. The Woodruffs moved into the plantation with a number of slaves, one of them named Chloe. Chloe liked to eavesdrop, and her punishment involved cutting off one of her ears. As revenge, Chloe baked a poisonous birthday cake that killed 2 of the Woodruff children. The other slaves hanged Chloe, fearing they would be blamed for the deaths. Multiple sightings of Chloe's ghost have been reported over the years. Today, the plantation is run as a bed and breakfast, so you can visit any time and try to spot Chloe wandering around the grounds. Number 3. The Island of Dolls, Mexico. A married man and his children moved to this island in the 1950s for a more peaceful life. However, a little girl drowned in the waters surrounding the island, leaving her spirit trapped there. The spirit of the girl possessed the man, making him fill the island with dolls to keep her happy. Then, one day, he told his family he feared the little girl would drown him. He was found face down in the river the next day. The screaming of girls playing is often heard around the island's waters. The singing of a little girl is also heard around the island. Number 2. Monte Cristo Homestead, Australia. It's regarded as the most haunted location in Australia. Its reputation stems from the amount of tragic events that have occurred there since it was built in 1885. During the time the Crawleys owned the premises, the family witnessed many deaths, including the tragic death of a young child who was dropped down the stairs. A maid fell from the balcony and a stable boy burnt to death on the property. Number 1. Carlisle House Orphanage, New Zealand. This abandoned orphanage became a tragic scene back in 1912 when 43 orphans died from smoke inhalation following a fire. The sounds of the children are now said to haunt the house and grounds to this very day. The shrieks and cries of children begging to be saved from a fire are known to echo through the house even today. Children's boots have also been heard running up and down the stairs of the house. Happy Halloween.